Sounds to me, fellas, like old garbage guts here done forgot the crow commandments again.
Fellas, I did not forget the crow commandments, please.
Run 'em by me, run 'em by me.
Thou shalt honor all crows.
Right on, right on.
Proceed.
Thou shalt stop reading all bits of paper and literature.
Trash, terrarium. And the most important one.
Thou shalt never get down off of this here pole.
You got it, Clyde. And the crow anthem.
I gotta sing that thing again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Well It Black, your podcast for everything all about black movies, film, and cinema. I'm your host, Mr. Street, and we're on with our new host,
Everett Street. Hello.
Welcome, Everett. This is your first foray into podcasting.
I know, I'm so excited and nervous and aroused at the same time.
Okay, that's a good thing. Well, today's episode, we're actually going to talk about a movie that's near and dear to every black person's heart in America. It's called The Wiz.
There's a lion, a tin man, a scarecrow, and Stephanie Mills as Dorothy in The Wiz. A tornado is bringing munchkins, witches, and The Wiz, the award-winning Broadway musical starring Stephanie Mills, beginning May 18th at the Lund Fontaine Theater. Tickets at the box office, Ticket World, or charge it. The Wiz is a winner.
Now, it's near and dear to every person's heart in America because let me tell you something, that's not true to my heart.
Well, then you're not black.
That's fine.
And I'm revoking your black card right now. So let me give you a little bit of background for you guys who may not know about The Wiz. And honestly, if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know about The Wiz, then we have to revoke your black card. So The Wiz, is an adaptation of the musical. I guess it's not a musical, but it's an adaptation of the really popular.
Classified as a musical. They have songs in it.
Yeah. But it's an adaptation of the Wizard of Oz, where, you see Dorothy Gale, she's transported to a magical place, and there's munchkins and a crazy green witch that follows her around for most of the movie, trying to steal her ruby slippers. But the Wiz is the black version of the Wizard of Oz. So the Wiz actually started as a stage play and starred R&B diva Stephanie Mills, and that ran from 1975 as a Broadway musical. And then the Berry Gordy and Motown Productions decided that they would buy the rights to The Wiz and create a movie out of it. Now, I personally thought it would have been better to have had Stephanie Mills play Dorothy because Dorothy was actually 14.
Well, you know what? Let me cut you off there because I watched the movie yesterday. To be honest, yesterday may have been the first time I've ever seen the beginning of that movie. Now, have you ever seen the play?
Yes, actually, Grandmother Street and your mother took me to see the play in D.C. when I was a little kid.
So in the play, is she a teacher?
No. So wait, let me explain what happened.
Okay.
So Stephanie Mills originated the role on Broadway when she was young. And so Stephanie Mills was considered to be, kind of an ingenue at the time because, she was a young Broadway star. She had a great singing voice and everybody loved her. But when they brought the rights to the film, Stephanie Mills naturally thought that she would play Dorothy. But then swooped in Diana Ross, who was, the princess of Motown, and she wanted to play
a 35-year-old princess. Go ahead.
I think, yeah. So she was 30. She was 33 or 35. No, she was 33 at the time of filming. But Dorothy's role in the play, she's a 14-year-old girl. So what they did is that they changed Dorothy and made her 24 in the film, and then. And also made her a kindergarten teacher, so which is why she's kind of, a little naive, so to speak, in her mannerisms in the beginning of the movie, and then she kind of has her journey through Oz. So Diana Ross, not 100% sure. Like, honestly, she was okay as Dorothy.
She actually may have dragged this movie down for me because she did not put on a great performance.
So I think a lot of people, when they watch this movie, I think that was one of their complaints, was that she wasn't really super compelling as Dorothy. I think I saw Stephanie Mills in the original play. She's really fun and energetic, and she brings a sweetness to the role, as where Diana Ross is like, oh, it's kind of like, why are you watching this old lady walk through Oz?
There is some parts in the movie where they cut to her and she looks so disinterested in what's happening at the moment. Like the part where they went to Oz for the first time and she lands on the what wish with that? Where she lands on? Is it the west or the east?
The witch that she lands on. I think that was the sister, Evelyn's sister.
Right. So the Munchkins are dancing and they're singing and they're trying to tell her about the Yellow Brick Road and that kind of stuff. And they cut to her and she was like, all right, man, whatever. This point me where I gotta go so I can go, please. This is a lot.
But Donna Ross she was a seasoned actress. She had a lot of great classic roles. Her two most well-known movies are Lady Sings the Blues, which she did an excellent job in that movie, and then also one of my other favorite movies, which we're going to do on this podcast, is Mahogany, where she plays a fashion designer who goes to Europe and gets in all kind of troubles.
Now, let me ask you this question. Does all her movies take place in New York? Because I swear, every time I see a Diana Ross movies, they show the same apartment building.
I think most of them, well, back in, New York was, is still the backdrop for many movies. Mm-hmm. So a lot of her movies did take place in New York City. But here's the weird thing about, The Wiz. So in the beginning of the movie, she's technically in Brooklyn, but they refer to her as where she is as she's in Harlem.
Right.
Because she says she's never been below 125th Street.
Yeah, but then she says her address to the Munchkins, and that's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, she says, I think she said 633 Prospect Park is what she says. 133
Prospect Place.
Yeah, so that's in Brooklyn. So, but if you look at the, but what her mother or her Aunt M told her, like, that's, she talks about Harlem, but she's technically that address and the buildings that they're around, and that's all Brooklyn stuff. So let's go into some of the other details about this. Hold on one
second. Aunt M wants her out that house so bad. She introduced them to the men who were at the party. She sings a whole song about her leaving.
And she was really kind of disinterested in the guy at the, that she was trying to hook her up with.
Well, that guy was like 50.
He didn't look that old. I mean,
he looks old.
She's 33 in this movie, playing a 24-year-old. So I think he probably was 33, I guess.
Got like fat pimp. Go ahead.
But he had that big, thick mustache.
Yeah, he did.
All of the guys at the dinner party had big mustaches. Oh, I wanted to talk. Let's talk about the song that they sang. Because oh my god, that song was terrible.
In the beginning?
Yeah, that they sang when they were sitting around the dinner table.
Can I ask you a question first? Is that a Christmas dinner or is that a Thanksgiving dinner? Or was that just a dinner?
I think it was Thanksgiving, but it's either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I can't remember 100%.
There's no, they don't really
see a
tell
Christmas
you.
Tree.
Did you?
I said I didn't see a Christmas tree.
Oh.
So it was either Thanksgiving. It probably was Thanksgiving.
Because there's like.
But they market the Wiz as a Christmas movie because they show it on TV, like TV One, during Christmas all the time. Because that's when I usually watch it. It's during Christmas.
Okay.
So I think it's just a nondescript holiday film because there's no Christmas tree. But so it can either be Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's Eve.
I was real confused about the food too because they show that turkey in the very beginning. And that's like the most moistest turkey also the most sweetest turkey I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, it was very, looked very decorated. Like, it was the perfect turkey.
Yeah, I know, right?
But the song they sang at the table was really terrible. It sounded like an old Negro spiritual slavery
But the
type
song is
song.
just about her getting Dorothy out of the house.
But it wasn't a good song
Well,
at
I mean,
all.
we don't get to the good song until we get to Michael Jackson, but
But honestly, like, when you look at this film now, if you just cut out all of the acting parts and just played those songs, it would be a better movie. Because the acting parts would make it bad.
well, because nobody in the movie can actually act except for Richard Pryor and maybe Diana Ross.
Not Michael Jackson.
What? There's no other Michael Jackson movie, is there?
Captain Nemo.
That doesn't count. Does Moonwalker count then?
I well, I mean, that you mean that was released in theatrical theaters? I don't think so.
Or just like a movie in general?
No,
Imagine.
this is kind of his only role. So yeah, so they're sitting around the dinner table. They're singing that song. It's a really bad song, And then they cut to the kitchen. And it's like, she's like, Dorothy, you know, I'm tired of you working at the kindergarten place.
She
Go
only
work
been working
some
there for
grown
3
people."
years.
Well, Aunt Emma's not having it. She's like, fuck these kids. You need to
Yeah.
go and play with some adults. And then Dorothy's like, but I love the children. And Aunt Tim's like, nah, get your shit, get out, take your dog with you.
Man. It was bananas when I saw that.
And then so, Toto. Toto was a total dick in the movie because he just runs outside.
No, Diana Ross is a bad dog owner because she puts in no effort to go save Toto when he runs outside.
But I was like, why? How did he get from the apartment all the way downstairs? Like, so somebody had the downstairs door open too, so he could just run fully outside.
It was Oz, man. They wanted them to come to Oz like now, because things had to happen.
So then, she goes outside into the snowstorm, and she's swept up into the magical tornado, which transports her to the
A
land
snow
of Oz.
tornado at that. I thought that was hilarious.
But one thing that I was very interested in was, so you see a very short clip of Lena Horne, who plays Glinda the Good in the movie. And so she's the one that has orchestrated the magical tornado.
Right.
So I was wondering, what was her motivation? Because we never kind of get to that part. But if she, she was the one that actually brought Dorothy to Oz in the first place. So what was her motivation for bringing her there? Or that was just, something cute the director decided to throw into the movie?
Michael, much like the Matrix and Neo, you gotta understand that Dorothy is the one, and she got to kill the Wicked Witch. So there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was just...
Glinda is definitely the Morpheus in this big picture.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So now here's some controversy around this film. Is that, the original director did not want Diana Ross to play the role of Dorothy.
Oh, so he was smart.
So he actually quit the picture and say casted her in the role and went to do something else. And so they had to find another director to direct this movie. So they got Stanley Lumpet. He stepped in, and he was the person. He directed a bunch of other stuff, and then, he, kind of came in and took over the reins. So now another thing is like he, didn't pick Michael Jackson to originally be in this production. He wanted Jimmy Walker, who was
As what?
as the Scarecrow.
No, get out of here.
But at the time,
man.
Jimmy Walker was famous for his role on Good Times as J.J. Evans. So
Yeah, but Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson.
yeah, but Michael Jackson wasn't Michael Jackson. I mean, he was a star, but he was still his star was still on the rise then, and he had never acted before.
That's fine, but I mean, like, so this is the 70s, right? So,
Yeah. This movie came out in 1978.
so there is no real Michael Jackson album out yet, right?
I think Off the Wall had been out by this point.
Oh, so it wasn't even like famous Michael Jackson. It was
No,
just
that's what I'm
like,
saying. He's just, his soloist career is just getting started. So this is kind of his transition into adulthood. He's, doing a lot of new things.
but I could not see Jimmy Walker as the Scarecrow. That's weird.
I think it would have been a different movie. Jimmy Walker, I think it would have felt like you're watching JJ from Good Times in The Wiz versus.
But JJ from Good Times is this smooth guy, and I don't think I ever seen him as anything else but except like a smooth. Well, I mean, as smooth as JJ Walker is, but to see him 180 at and be this nervous wreck who is scared of like everything.
But I could see why they were thinking about him because, he's tall, he's lanky, like kind of like a scarecrow. So I could see him actually playing the role. So it would have been interesting if he had actually been cast.
Yeah.
And then so Dorothy, so Dorothy is like, she's sucked into the vortex of the snow. And then so she busts through the Oz symbol. So there's no house in this hall because she lived in an apartment, and so she busts through
The whole
Oz
complex falls on the witch.
No, it's the Z. Remember? So it's the so there was like a whole logo thing. I don't know why there's just a random Oz logo in the
Branding,
movie.
man. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Branding.
I guess. Well, we'll talk about this because the Wiz, he's an interesting character too. But yeah, it could be branding. Like he's like Walmart to a degree because he's telling everybody what to do,
Right.
what colors to wear. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So Dorothy busts through the Oz symbol, and the Z from the Oz symbol breaks off and lands on the Wicked Witch and kills her. And so I was like, she must have been a really weak Wicked Witch because if a Z is the only thing that kills you, like, what was the point of your power?
But I mean, you don't know how heavy that Z was. That Z could weigh like a ton. You don't know.
But if I'm a Wicked Witch and everybody's scared of her.
Well, I mean, the same thing could be said about the house.
True.
I mean, it's not like she's part of the X-Men and she can, control shit.
Yeah, I guess so. But I just felt it was a little weak that, you're taken out by a Z. That's the way you die.
I mean, have Kanye West driving into, sometimes you gotta be taken out. That whole Munchkin part was interesting to me because I felt like there was some Atlanta the whole time.
In Atlanta.
Yeah, it just felt very Atlanta-ish to me. Did you see that when they was hula hooping and that one guy in the middle who was just struggling to move forward and hoop?
Yeah. And so the Munchkins, they come to life. Dorothy is now their new celebrated queen. Mm-hmm. And then Dorothy meets her first witch friend that comes down from the heavens. And damn it if I don't remember her name now. What was her name?
I don't remember her name either.
She was kind of like the bag lady witch. Hold on, let me pull this up since we have the power of the internet.
She was Erykah Badu.
She was the bag lady. She wanted to call Tyrone.
Yeah.
But, so she comes down and talks to Dorothy. And then, through her power, she transfers the Silver Slipper. So notice the subtle differences between the two movies. Mm-hmm. In the Wizard of Oz, it's ruby slippers. But in the Wiz, it's silver slippers.
And now it would have been like red bottom slippers if they were making it today.
Well, they made it a couple recently on television. They did the live action version.
Did anybody watch that?
They did. A lot of people watched it. It was Mary J. Blige was in it. Queen Latifah was in it. It was actually pretty good.
I might have to go back and watch that. You might have to do that one too.
Neo played the Scarecrow. Oh wait, no, Neo played the Tin Man.
Yeah.
And then it had some other guy played the the Scarecrow. I can't find this bag lady, but what's the girl from Glee played the bag lady in the
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
I forget her name too. I'm bad with names.
Who played Dorothy in that?
Oh, so they did like a casting call, so they got like a new unknown person to play.
Brandy. Brandy, yeah, Dorothy.
No, her name was actually Shanice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so she was the one. They also had the woman from Orange is the New, from Orange is the New Black. Obuzo played the Glinda the Good.
Okay.
In it, so it was actually good. I mean, it's actually funny because it came on and it aired on December 3rd, 2015. So it was actually a couple of years back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a while ago.
So time is flying by.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she meets the Bag Lady Witch, and the Bag Lady Witch gives her the silver slippers, and then, she begins her journey off to follow the yellow brick road, or, all the way to meet the Wiz so that she can get back home. So,
Now, in the original Wizard of Oz, Yellow Brick Road was just there, right? She had to go look for it.
yeah, so the Munchkins in the original, they show her where the yellow brick road is, and so she follows that. And this one, it's street bricks, and then so she follows those through New York City, or what looks like New York City, to the Wiz.
In the Wizard of Oz, there's a yellow brick road, and there's also like a red brick road. I always want to know where the red bricks went to.
I think they addressed that in another book, because there's actually a lot of books about the Land of Oz.
Yeah,
there's actually a couple of other movies, but no one's ever really seen those.
The Wiz 2.
So here's a fun fact: but Robin Givens is actually in the Wiz.
No, she's not.
She is.
Where?
She was one of the kids. She was in the one of the kids in the beginning scene.
Now I gotta watch it again.
She's not really listed. It's hard to see her because I was trying to pinpoint who it was, and you can't really tell because she's young. But yeah, that was actually one of her first involvements with a major production.
That's wild.
If you look on her, if you go to her IMDb page, you see it. That's her first credit. It says The Wiz, guest at Aunt Emma's party, uncredited.
Oh, she at the party.
Yeah, she's in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I thought she was like a Munchkin.
No, she was at the party. I think she's one of the kids.
Most definitely have to watch that again now.
I mean, I think it's going to be hard to kind of pinpoint, who she was, because
I'm going to find it. I'm putting that thing right on Instagram once I find it.
So Dorothy begins her journey. So the first person she meets is the Scarecrow, who's played by Michael Jackson, and that part's probably like one of my favorite parts of the movie, because Michael Jackson was really good as the Scarecrow.
Right. This is the first good song. This is the first good part of the movie. Mind you, we're like 25 minutes in. There already been like 4 songs. All forgettable.
Yeah. I mean, because the first one is like that weird party song into Diana Ross's song. And then into, her journey to Oz. And then they have the Munchkin song.
The song about the
Wiz,
that song,
right? Though. Yeah, I like that song, though. He's the Wiz.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody talk about that song if you talk about the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, so this song is called You Can't Win.
The Crow's Anthem.
Yeah. And so it's really one of my favorite parts of the movie, because it's the first time you see Michael Jackson, the adult Michael Jackson, and he really does a great performance here. Like, he really
Michael Jackson kills
role. So I don't think Jimmy Walker would have been able to bring this level of talent to the role. I mean, I think he would have been also a good Scarecrow, but from the singing and just overall performance part, I don't think he would have been able to really do all of this.
Now, Scarecrow looking for a brain, right? But he's actually very intelligent if you think about it, because he pulls out like paper from like his stomach and read it, and there's like SAT level words on these sheets of paper as he reads them.
Yeah, because he's pulling out like Confucius and all these other things that that help them move along and in their journey. If we look at the soundtrack here, we're actually at, so there was a song before this called As Soon As I Get Home, which was kind of like, that's the little small part of the home. Because really the Wiz is really all about this one song. It's like the marquee song of the whole thing is the home song. So that's like really the whole thing that is this whole movie really is about. But a lot of people didn't like Dinah Ross's version, and I'm on that team as well. Like, I didn't really think she sang it too good. It was a little weak.
Well, listen, I'm not the biggest Dinah Ross. I could even name you 5 Dinah Ross songs, to be honest with you.
Well, but Dinah Ross is a legend in her own time.
No, I understand that.
But this particular song that she was tasked to sing, which is, the song of the whole thing. If you can't sing this song, then you might as well not play it. And, so I think that's where a lot of people didn't like this movie.
So speaking of Diana Ross, Mike, do you want to play a game real quick?
Sure.
So on Spotify, for each artist, they named the top 5 most streamed songs.
Okay.
At the moment. Name the top 5 Diana Ross stream songs right now.
Okay. I'm Coming Out.
Okay.
Love Hangover.
Nope.
God. Diana Ross songs. I'm gonna phone in Tabby. Tabby, the cat. Can you help me with Diana song? I Want Muscle.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, what are they? I don't know now.
From 5 to 1, the Chain Reaction, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Upside Down, and It's Love, and I'm Coming Out.
Okay. The more you know. So home is not in the top 5.
No.
Diana Ross track.
Home might be in the top 10 if I look deeper.
I doubt it, seriously, though.
Yeah.
So, she meets Michael Jackson, then they find the Yellow Brick Road. They sing Ease On Down the Road, which is also another one of my favorite songs, from this movie as well. And then they meet Nipsey Russell. Now, Are you familiar with who Nipsey Russell is?
I know who he is, and this is also the second best song in this movie.
Yeah. So, he was a very famous black actor. He was around for a long time, so everyone knew him. But he was also not originally picked to play this role.
So let me just ask you a question. Was anybody originally picked to play any role inside this movie?
So the only 2 people who came from the Broadway version over to the movie version was Mabel King, who played Evelyn.
Okay.
The Wicked Witch, and we have to have a full discussion about her. And then and the other guy, his name was Ted Ross, and he played the Cowardly Lion. So they were the only 2 people from the Broadway to reprise their roles in the movie that was done in 1978. So they meet Nipsey Russell. He sings "Slide Some Oil to Me," and then also that really cool.
That song is so smooth.
What would I do if I could feel?
Yeah, man.
The best part about that is when they had the little statues on the amusement park when they came alive and would do like the little what would I do?
Yeah,
that part, that was cool.
The first time I heard that song, or the first time I recognized that song, it was on one of Nas's albums. He sampled that song for a song, and then I'm like, oh, that's a song from The Wiz. That song is great.
Yeah.
And then Nas version, if y'all can find that version, y'all should go look it up. It's really good.
So they meet Nipsey Russell. He joins the team, and then he sings "Slide Some Oil to Me," and then they ease on down the road to ours. And then the next person they meet is Ted Ross, who's the mean old lion, and he's stuck into he's a statue, and then he breaks out of the statue, and then he sings his song. The only thing I didn't like about him is I thought his outfit was weird.
No, he does look a bit strange. He does look like a real lion. Well, nobody look like a real anything. No, that's not true, because I thought that Michael Jackson could pass as a Scarecrow. I thought that Nipsey Russell could pass as the Timberland. He looks like he's cosplaying a lion.
I just feel like they put a lot of attention to the detailing of Michael Jackson's Scarecrow costume, and then Nipsey Russell's Tin Man costume, and then the lion's costume. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna give you a pillow, stuff this in your belly, and then put on this fairy boa, and we'll give you some light makeup, and then poof, you're a lion.
My bigger question was, how long was he in that statue and just waiting for somebody to come through?
I don't know. He could have been there for a long time.
Did he put himself in that statue, or did somebody else put him in that statue? Because he broke out of that statue quite easily.
Well, maybe it was a magic statue, and whenever he wanted to get up in it, he could turn to stone.
Mind you, that statue did never come up in part of this movie.
I mean, no one questioned the statue.
Useless power.
So they start, they go and ease on them down the road again. So now she's formed her full team. It's Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Russell, and Ted Ross.
The Avengers.
They're all ready to go to the Wiz and meet him and check him out.
I will also argue that they have no reason to join her whatsoever.
Well, everyone had some reason, something that they were looking for. The whole thing about this movie is that what they were looking for, they already had.
Right. Okay, that's fine. But you know what, though? Now, I'm happy we're here, because I'm going to fast forward to the subway scene.
Well, wait, we're missing one of my other favorite parts.
What?
The Poppy Girls.
The Poppy Girls?
Yeah, the prostitutes.
What?
Remember the Poppy Girls, where they were walking around the Yellow Brick Road, and then they come to this brothel, and then there's those women, they're singing, and then that's when everybody falls asleep.
I thought that was after the subway.
No, that's before.
Oh,
so you got to follow along.
Oh, this movie is so intriguing, Mike. I was just glued to the TV as I watched this movie.
Because, see, this is the part when the lion found that he actually had courage all along, because he was the only one that saved them.
So the lion saved them twice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, so everyone got, everyone got, no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. The Tin Man saved them from the Poppy Girls.
Oh,
because he started crying, and then it was the water from his tears that woke everybody up. So that showed that he had a heart.
It was the lockjaw that he gave everybody from the tetanus shot that he needed to move everybody up.
And then they move into the subway scene.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I might be mistaken. I don't recognize that there was a Yellow Brick Road down in the subway.
I think they took the stairs lead down into the subway, and that's how they got in. And that's how they got in there.
So the stairs were yellow?
I think so.
Oh, I don't. Anyway, this is the part that scares me every time we watch it.
It was very scary because the whole. Those things start moving around. But you know what? It was that sound. It was very scary. And
I know
then
what your ringtone going to be now on. Huh? Every time you call my phone, that's going to be your ringtone now.
But it's, you can, the things they break off and they start attacking people. It was very scary.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I had my scary moment with Thriller, so you can have it with this.
So I don't know, like, so they got, so they go down into the subway. Yeah, so the subway is the part of the yellow brick road. They're down in there, and then they meet the guy. He's like I guess he's like a candy seller or something like that. And so he has like the two little things on the side. And so they start watching him. He's putting on a little show.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they start jumping up and down, and they get bigger, 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 bigger. And then they start chasing them through the subway. The subway comes to life, and then the trash cans start attacking them, and then so the pillars come to life as well, and start attacking everybody. So this is where you see the lion, has courage, because he breaks off. He just like rips the head off of one of the trash cans.
Because the trash can was eating Michael Jackson's arms up.
Yeah, so he's just like rips it off, and so he saves everybody during this scene. So this is where you see that he has courage.
Mm-hmm.
So the lion saves the day, and then they finally get to where they're supposed to be, is Emerald City. And so now we go into the most iconic moment.
This is the very best part of this entire movie.
Is the Emerald City sequence.
I wish I had saw this in like a IMAX theater, because this part is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really creative scene. This is where you're first introduced to the wizard. You kind of see what he's all about, and then you meet the inhabitants of Emerald City, and so they're just all rich people who dance around all day in a circle.
I mean, that's how I wanted it in my life.
And have different colored clothes whenever, their overlords say so.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, again, this is the iconic scene. So we, first they're emerald when they get in there, and then Richard Pryor comes on and says, the color is red, and then everyone changes to red, and then they all change to gold and do the gold and gold dance sequence. So it's all very fantastical. It's all very gay ballroom scene. There was a lot of stuff going on in this scene. One thing I don't know, there's a guy in there playing the piano. Was he supposed to be famous? Because he looks back at the scene like while he's playing the piano. Was he supposed to be somebody I was supposed to know?
I'm not sure, but everybody got to get their 5 minutes some kind of way.
Okay, so because he kind of breaks, he breaks the fourth wall in the film, and he's looking at the audience.
I mean, look, either you're gonna hula hoop very poorly, or you're gonna look back at the audience. Which one are you gonna do?
My favorite person was the woman in red, and when she busts out the car, and she's like, that was my favorite part in there.
Yeah.
And then, so everyone in Emerald City discovers that Dorothy has on the silver slippers. And so she gets invited up to meet the Wiz. And so the Wiz is a big head.
The MGM studio. No, it reminded me of two things. It reminded me of the MGM line, and it reminded me of Michael Jackson Moonwalker, where he turned into the robot.
Yeah. He's very silvery.
Yeah.
And so he has like a weird movement in his mouth, like a marionette puppet. And so he tells them that in order for them to get what they want, they have to go kill Eveline, who is the evil witch. So they set out to kill Eveline. And so then they do like probably my last favorite song in the movie. But it Ain't Nobody Bring Me No Bad News. No Bad News,
yeah. That both song is great.
So first of all, I think they underutilized Mabel King in this movie.
Well, that wish could be the entire movie. I would not be mad.
Because actually, if you watch The Wizard of Oz, the witch is in
most of the movie. You're right. You're right. You're actually right.
Because when Dorothy lands in the Munchkin land, the witch pops up in a poof of smoke.
Yeah, she was good.
She's like, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too," because she doesn't give her the emerald slippers. But in
Right.
this movie, we don't get to see Mabel King until almost 90 minutes into the movie.
Oh my God, I gotta understand. We have Diana Ross. We have Michael Jackson.
No, Richard Pryor doesn't show up until they hit the Emerald City. So the two stars that we really want to see, like Richard Pryor and Mabel King, they don't show up until the last half of the movie,
Richard Pryor may not be in the movie no more than like what 10 minutes.
if that. I mean, because you
Yeah.
really only see him once they reveal that he's behind the curtain,
Right.
and then you just hear his voice.
Yeah. And Mabel King got like made like a 15, 20 minute part in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Diana Ross in
basically,
there
they
for the whole
really,
2 hours.
so basically, they really just, um, so basically, they set out to meet Mabel King, but then, she sends out, so she does her big song, "Ain't Nobody Gonna Bring Me No Bad News," which is a really great number. I mean, because the dancing that they were doing, like some of those people, her slaves, they were really dancing really hard.
Ooh, Michael. So
There's like one slave I was watching, and it's like she must be really tired after doing this number because she was just dancing for her life.
so let me break the fourth wall. Me and Michael just came back from Vegas, and we had a chance to see Michael Jackson the one out there, where I thought was really good. I would love to see a Cirque du Soleil just about the Wiz.
Oh, okay, that would be cool actually.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think they probably could do something really good with with that source material.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Really
No Bad
visual.
News there.
So Evelyn sends out the flying monkeys to fetch Dorothy and the rest of her crew because she wants those silver slippers. So the flying monkeys, they're not flying, they're on motorcycles, and then they do like a funny chase scene throughout some kind of warehouse. And so
Yeah.
the flying monkeys capture everybody and bring them back to Evelyn's palace. So then she has so she puts everyone kind of in different torture devices because she wants Dorothy to take off the silver slippers and give them to her because the silver slippers obviously have a lot of power in the land of Oz, even though we really don't see the extent of the power of the silver
Right.
slippers.
They treat the Silver Slippers as if it's the Infinity Gauntlet, and they don't show you what it does or what could it do.
Yeah, and Dorothy is oblivious to any of the magic power that can
Yeah,
happen
Dorothy just been
with it.
walking.
They have the classic scene where Dorothy, is crying, and then, all of her friends are in peril. And then she runs up and turns on the water sprinklers, and then Evelyn melts into her throne, and she's dead. And so this part kind of pissed me off a little bit because, again, Mabel King was excellent in this role. They really, underutilized her talent in this movie because I think she could have made this movie much, much better if they had interweaved her a little bit more throughout the film. Just for her to really only have one song and then 6 or 7 clips of her in the movie was a waste of her time. And then,
Yeah.
her outfit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, she
No.
had, the craziest outfit. And again, that's what it was like. The lion's costume was disappointing because he's just wearing a pillow. And then Mabel King has, all this stuff on her. And then, so, the witch is dead. Everyone's free. And then they go into another huge dance number called Can You Hear a Brand New Day? Which is actually sung by Luther Vandross.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
What part is he? Wait, is he singing the song for the soundtrack or is he singing the song for the movie?
His voice is intertwined in this. I mean, everyone's on the track, but well, let me see. He may have written it too.
So there's a song out there with Luther Vandross, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross.
Or maybe he's a writer for it because it says "Brand New Day," Luther Vandross. But and then everyone else is on this track as well. So he might have done some of the background chorus for this too.
That's crazy.
And then so all of the team, get what they were looking for. Michael Jackson found his brain. Nipsey Russell found his heart. The Lion, played by Ted Ross, finds his courage. But Diana Ross is still stuck in Oz. So this is when Glinda makes her appearance. And also another person underutilized in the movie is the legendary Lena Horne.
Right.
You only see her 3 times. And really only this time when she comes down from the heavens with her cherubs and sings Believe in Yourself, which is also a really great song.
Yeah.
And then we finally get the number that everyone's been waiting for, which is Home, sung by Diana Ross, which is probably the worst version of someone singing this song.
I have to go and listen to other people sing Home, because I remember watching this with my mother, and she would just shading the shit out of Diana Ross as she sang this song.
Well, nobody liked this song. Well, let's go into some real facts about this movie. So
facts.
Michael Jackson won an NAACP Image Award for Best Actor for the film. And then the film also won an NAACP Image Award for Best Picture.
Okay.
But the film was actually a commercial flop. So it was one of the most expensive musicals that they've had ever produced to date. In 1978, they spent $24 million.
Wow.
On the production of this of the movie.
That's a lot of money in 78.
Yeah. But the movie only brought in $13 million. So it was a box office bomb.
Wow.
So this kind of ended Diana Ross's movie career. Because, so she did Lady Sings the Blues in 1972.
Mm-hmm.
And then she did Mahogany in 1975. And then, The Wiz is 1978. And then she really doesn't do another film until she's a voice in The Land Before Time, which was in 1988.
A Land Before Time.
And then she also appears in the hit classic, which we need to do on this show, Double Platinum, opposite Brandy.
Oh my God. I forgot that thing exists.
Double Platinum is a 1990 American made-for-television musical drama starring Diana Ross and Brandy. So we will do that in a future episode of this show, because it's actually a really funny movie.
Are you saying that because it's supposed to be funny, or are you saying that because it is funny?
It wasn't supposed to be funny.
All right, well then I'll enjoy it a lot. What is considered the Diana Ross best movie?
So the movie that she was nominated for, which is Lady Sings the Blues, was
nominated for what?
Considered her best movie, an Oscar.
Really?
Yeah, you've never seen Lady Sings the Blues?
No, I must never seen that movie.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, so another
I
thing
have
for
to
the
introduce
audience.
you millennials to actual classic black
Michael, shut up.
movies.
Another thing for the audience. I don't really watch a lot of TV or cinema, so I use these vessels to talk about things I've never seen before. So there'll be a lot of movies here I've never seen before.
And I've seen almost every black movie that there. All right, so Dorothy sings Home. She goes home. And she runs into the house. And the movie ends. What is your overview? How did you like this movie, since this is the first time you've seen it all the way through?
The movie is still bad. It's still a very bad movie. The story kind of Wait, I'm sorry. We don't see Richard Pryor again, right?
No.
So there's no exposure of him being a fake.
Oh no, because remember Toto exposes Richard Pryor as the fake Wiz, and he's the one, because he's back there in his pajamas.
Right.
So Toto pulls a curtain, and then they show that he's the wizard. So that's when he gives all the, he gives them little trinkets to show that But nobody cares about that part.
And what happened to this? Did she take the strippers home?
No.
Did this happen all in the night? Like, did the aunt wonder, like, where Diana Ross been?
It was a wrinkle in time. So, she was really only gone for 1 minute. No one missed her.
So, the thing about this movie is, so, in the beginning of the movie, right? Let's go way back. The movie is about how the aunt wants Diana Ross to get out of her house and move on. And then the Wizard of Oz happens, and then she goes back home. The aunt still wants her out the house. There is no, like, what the word I'm looking for?
Resolution?
Like, yeah, there's no resolution to that.
Well, the movie is really about, finding yourself. And, but the movie is really about that. Everything that you need, you already have. So, again, the Scarecrow was already smart. The Lion already had courage. And, the Tin Man already had a heart. And Dorothy, the thing that she was looking for, was right there at home for her.
But not her home, though, because the aunt still want her out.
Well, the aunt really just wanted her to grow up and stop being a kid. And
Diana Ross is
to live
35
life.
years old in this movie.
She's 24.
She's
in the movie.
She's 24. She's working at a kindergarten teacher for 3 years. She is doing good.
So everything you have is right in front of you. That is the plot of the movie. So Diana Ross is home. The movie ends. So what if you could give it a 1 out of 5, 1 being the best and 5 being the worst?
Why is 1 the best and 5 the worst?
Because it's number 1. We got to do it different.
Okay, that's fine.
Or we have to come up with a scoring system. Are we going to give it a golden chicken wing or what?
No, we're not doing none of that. But I think the biggest thing is, okay, let's answer the question. Is this considered a black movie?
Yes, it was one of the blackest movies that there is. They show it every Thanksgiving, Christmas, Kwanzaa. The Wiz is probably the quintessential black movie that you could. It starred all of the legendary black actors or musicians: Nipsey Russell, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. This was probably the epitome of what a black movie is all about. All right, so out of a score of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best, what would you score The Wiz?
The Wiz gets a 2 because while it has great songs and how many great moments are in this movie? I say 2 great moments.
There's actually a lot. I mean, wait a second. Let's back up here for 1 second. There's
a lot of
movie. I mean, but again, it's really about the music and not the story.
Well, it's about the music and about the set pieces. If we're gonna go off that, this movie would easily get like a 4. But I'm a person about story, and this story is nonsense because I just don't see. I just don't see how anything that happened to Oz helps her in real life.
Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
No, but again, it was remember, Auntie M said you haven't had any experiences of past 125th Street.
Okay. That's
Dorothy
fine.
is transported in a magical cocaine tornado.
That was some thick ass snow.
And and then she meets all these people. She has this adventure. She kills a witch. She kills 2 witches.
Yeah,
and so she's had a lot of adventure. So that's changed her whole life.
Well, killing one person will change your entire life. Killing 2 people now it's just a habit.
She's a witch hunter.
I would. Let's backtrack 1 second. I would most definitely watch Diana Ross play Dorothy the Witch Hunter.
I'm going to give the movie a 4 because it's a classic black movie. Everyone has seen it. I can't imagine most black people have not seen it all the way through. It's got great moments like He's the Wiz and Ease on Down the Road. What would I do? You can't win. I mean, this is Michael Jackson's first, cinematic debut as an actor, and he kills it. And, this is where we really see him become the star that we always knew he was.
Yep.
The worst part about this movie is Diana Ross as Dorothy, because honestly, she wasn't necessary to carry this movie. They should have gotten Stephanie Mills to really reprise her role, because that was her role. And
Diana Ross get top billing during the opening credits.
Well, Diana Ross was a big, she was the biggest black star at that time.
Is that painting in the beginning supposed to tell the story of The Wiz?
I think so, kind of, sort of. I mean, because Glinda's in the painting.
Right.
I guess it's foreshadowing.
No, I gotta look at that painting and see if I can figure out the story of The Wiz.
So for me, The Wiz gets a 4. It was a good movie. I'll watch it every time it comes on television. It's the blackest movie you can see.
Is it?
Yes.
So we just end this podcast now because we found the best black movie of all time.
It's one of them, but we have so many more black movies that we're going to be discussing. I mean, because next week we get to discuss my favorite all-time movie,
what?
Poetic Justice.
Oh, Jesus. So so now we're done with this movie. Let me tell the fans what we're going to do. So this podcast is about, first of all, we're looking at movies that are considered black movies. We're going to rank the black movies to find the best black movie of all time. And we're going to get rid of some movies because some of the movies that you may consider black movies aren't really black movies.
And some movies are just god-awful.
Like every Tyler Perry movie.
But Tyler Perry... Well, wait. Tyler Perry has some good black movies.
Name one. First of all, name a Tyler Perry black movie.
Medea's Halloween.
Fuck you.
Well, we could do many episodes. But yes, we'll be counting down the top black movies, and we'll have a full list for you to watch because there's a lot of movies that some of you people out there have not seen that blows my mind. Like some people have not seen The Learning Tree, which is a great black movie, or Daughters of the Dust, which is where Beyonce gets all her source material for everything that she does. So we're going to be looking at some of these. I know my brother has seen almost none of these films.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So when he watches Daughters of the Dust, he's going to be like, what the fuck is happening? But if you look at some of these movies, you'll get to see where a lot of your favorites pop divas today are pulling a lot of their source material so they can seem cool and deep.
Yeah.
All right, so that was it for our first episode. So join us next week as we look at Poetic Justice, starring Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur.
Michael loves that movie so much.
Because all I do is dress and rest.
Yo, well, Jeffrey, I'm gonna find everything wrong with that movie and dog it.
All right, that was it.
All right, guys, thanks.